well, baby, you are Khloe Kardashian. You're right where we left you. Y'all, welcome to 2023, where nobody in the Kardashian family has learned anything new, even though lessons are being delivered every single day. Y'all, what am I talking about? Khloe and Tristan. As we know, Khloe rushed when Tristan's mom passed away to be like, I'll save you, to which Tristan was like, is your private jet free, or like what are we doing? Because like I got company, like what do you want, right? Tristan went, unfortunately, to bury his mother, something you wouldn't wish on anybody. Khloe took that opportunity to step in and be like, oh my God, I'm gonna be a savior, I'm paying for the funeral, all this stuff. Tristan took that opportunity to be like, Khloe, if you don't get out of here, we are trying to deal with real stuff. Okay, cut to Khloe then pledged with all her heart that she would raise Tristan's little brother, who has special needs, like that was her own child, right? Or better yet, Blac Chyna's child. To listen to Khloe tell it, Blac Chyna don't even raise her own baby. To which I say, Blac Chyna, of course, raises her own baby. You mean you're raising your brother's child, because Dream is over there when Rob should be. But we all know from Rob, if these rumors that came out in France can be believed, not all jokes aside, Rob seems to be struggling with something again. That might be some type of substance that he loves too much. However, if you really, this is my tangent, but let me just go off on this. If you really want to know about Rob and Khloe, there was gossip back in the day that one of the reasons why Khloe felt so much responsibility to Rob, but despite there being really creepily close and her saying she was going to marry her brother and ask Rob if he wanted to F her, it was weird. Go watch my old videos. It was weird, right? Aside from that, they're saying that Khloe really struggles with residual guilt because her and Rob were so close. When she got married to Lamar, Rob moved in with Lamar. We all know Lamar suffers with those type of issues. They're saying that Rob got sucked into that lifestyle, and Khloe feels some type of residual guilt from that. Now, has Khloe spoken publicly on this? No, but we do see that Rob really took a turn downward when he moved in with Khloe and Lamar, and now he just hasn't been able to recover. And this is one of the reasons, besides being a loving sister, that Khloe is so 10 toes down with Rob. Okay, sorry to go off on that tangent, but it needed to be said. Let's get back to the mess, right? Okay, so anyway, Khloe then was like, we're not back together, I'm just being there for him. However, people are saying that Khloe discovered that even though she was doing all these things for Tristan that he did not ask for, Tristan was still out in them streets, to which Khloe did an about face and said, no, we are together. She's posting videos of all Tristan's clothes in his closet. I know when she posted those videos for Good American and she tried to act like Tristan's walk-in closet was accidentally in the frame, I know that whoever Tristan is talking to was sitting there laughing while she was eating the jerk chicken that Tristan bought her, right? Laughing. Because, girl, you can have all the clothes in the world in that closet. You can have all his children in the world. Girl, is he there? Because that's what you need to be worried about. I got his shoes, I got this, I got that, I got 2 of his kids. Girl, is he there? That's all we want to know. And unfortunately, the answer always seems to be like, no, he's not. Anyway, right? All this stuff happened. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. You know when you can tell when things are going good with Khloe and Tristan? Khloe lays low. She don't post. She only posts when things are going bad with her and Tristan. That's what it seems like, if history can be. She also lies about whether they're engaged, but I see that she saw the error of her ways. She was like, last time I lied about whether we were together, Tristan used that as an out, and all the side chicks were like, okay, shock, quelle surprise. We not know you were together. Girl, they don't care. Anyway, let's get into the way Khloe is playing herself again, because it looks like Khloe and Tristan are once again on the rocks. Now, what proof do we have? Look at Khloe's page, because as much as she wants privacy, she wants the world to know how she feels. She posted a meme with Mike Tyson talking. I would post it, but I don't want copyright to hit me. You know, mama loves her coins, right? She posted a meme of Mike Tyson talking in an interview saying that, I'm going to paraphrase, at first he always wanted to be a great man. But then he decided as he got older, that didn't mean anything because it's fake. He only wants to be a good man. Not all great men are good men, and he wants to be a good man. And that's when I saw that, and I said, this has to be dedicated to Tristan, because what other man is in Khloe's life? Let's be real, right? Khloe needs to stop messing with her face, but Khloe is a pretty girl, right? Especially now, I think the weight loss, she looks good on Khloe, right? Khloe could get a man. She got fame, she got power, she's cute, she got a nice body. Khloe could get another man. Does anybody find it odd that Khloe has not dated one person publicly besides Trey Songz? I know, Khloe got the worst picker in the world since she got with Tristan Thompson. And even that Trey Songz, that was before Tristan. And then when Tristan was acting up, those rumors surfaced because Khloe likes to make Tristan jealous. Do y'all honestly think that Khloe Kardashian, a Kris Jenner daughter, has not dated anybody in how long? It is clear that her and Tristan are always, at least to me, it's clear that they're always embroiled in a relationship. Let me get to my point, right? So anyway, any man, when she talks about love, dating, she can only be talking about Tristan because she is not talking to anyone else. And she goes out of her way to say that because Tristan does have her hemmed up, that Khloe feels that if she pops up and she's like, oh, I'm talking to someone else, that Tristan's going to be like, nah, I don't want you anymore. All right. Are we on the same page with that? Okay, good. So what is Coco the Clown up to now? Well, I'll just have to show you, won't I? Listen, Khloe then, after saying this, I said they're acting up because Tristan is on ESPN. We do not know how long that job is going to last, because have y'all seen Tristan on ESPN? Listen, congratulations to Tristan on the opportunity, and I hope he rises to the occasion. However, there are people, listen, I don't know. Tristan will get better. He's new. He will get better. And of course, like, great. Go watch it on ESPN and let me know in the comments. Hopefully he gets better, right? But I will say this. Tristan is starting to feel himself. He has high profile. He's on TV. People that didn't follow the Kardashians, didn't follow basketball, wasn't really into that. You are now on, okay? Or you didn't follow Tristan's career, you are now on a larger sphere. People are like, ooh, who is that tall drink of water? To which I say to anyone, Google is your friend. That water got poison in it. Please don't drink it. That water got poison and fertility in it, okay? Yeah, like I was saying, that water got poison and fertility in it. Don't do it. Tristan might as well rebrand himself as the god of fertility. I don't know. Anyway, y'all, let's get into this, right? Everybody's saying that Tristan is feeling himself. Khloe thought she had him where she wanted because, if he's lost everything, she can lift him up and build the man. I will say something. If someone has to be on their last dollar and completely broken to value you and love you, what are they really worth? And I'm being serious. Anyway, Khloe literally started dropping the gems. Now, we know there's trouble in paradise because Khloe had the nerve to post one thing about a real one. We still real after you disappoint us. Khloe is going to ride an AAVE quote to death. One thing about a real one, we still real after you disappoint us. Khloe delights and being real, being ride or die. But if you were actually real to yourself, Khloe, you would open your eyes. You're not a real one. You are being delusional. How is that being a real one, being delusional? We still real after you disappoint us? Yeah, real stupid. Anyway, right? Khloe then went on to say, maturity is realizing that half of what you want to say does not need to be said. Being able to see the difference between ego reactions and helpful points that can uplift harmony and reaffirm your values makes a real difference. Speaking your truth does not mean speaking your ego. Now, when I read this, right, I was like, all right, this is great advice. People do, when they need to speak, separate their ego. But a lot of stuff in life can also be separated from you leaving your ego when you listen. When you know who you are, your true self, for good or bad, whether you can believe good or bad. When you know your true self, there becomes peace. And no matter what anybody says about you, thinks about you, does to you, the ego, the anger doesn't react because they're treating and reacting to their version of you. That version does not exist. It's almost like watching somebody in a play by themselves, right? Like literally communicating to themselves, and you're just looking at them like, but you're not talking about me, so why would that resonate? But honestly, maturity is realizing that half of what you want to say does not need to be said. Clearly, her and Tristan were arguing. Being able to see the difference between ego reactions and helpful points that can uplift harmony and reaffirm your values makes a real difference. Now, people think she's talking about Tristan with this. I actually think that Khloe's giving herself a pep talk in this. I think that she said something to Tristan that really, really angered him, okay? Just let me walk you through this, right? Maturity is realizing that half of what you want to say does not need to be said. Khloe thrives on saving someone. She wants to be the person that saves someone, right? Ego reaction at helpful points that can uplift harmony and reaffirm your values. Again, she thought she was being helpful. Now she's like, I'm speaking from the ego because what I said didn't uplift my harmony and reaffirm my values, which is what I value is you. Can make a real difference. Speak your truth does not mean speaking your ego. Let me just say this, right? Because Khloe and Tristan are on the rocks again, and Khloe and Tristan are always going to be on the rocks, and Khloe clears to love it at this point. Again, I'm going to call it now. A third baby's on its way. A third baby is on its way. Let's not forget, Khloe still has fertilized embryos in the literally ready to be implanted. Tristan he says he wants 5 or 6 children. He only got 1, 2, 3, 4. He got 2 more to go. They got, I believe, 4 or 5 unused embryos that might have shrunk, but they have unused embryos. All the Kardashians have made up no secret. They want all their children to be by the same man. They want their kids to be siblings, which honestly, that's no big deal. But the issue is with this. Khloe is the most dangerous type of self-help book addict. And I'll just say this. When you look at here's the problem. How they say sometimes you have to use your emotional brain and not logic. Anything in this world can be rationalized. From the most beautiful thing to the most horrible, ugly, disgusting parts of humanity. It can all be rationalized. That's why people get scared of narcissists and users and all this stuff, because they know that. They know that all behavior can be rationalized. When you rationalize the way someone treats you, when it is bad, it is very dangerous. Because at the end of the day, everything makes sense if you think about it enough. Khloe is literally saying a mantra about realizing that half of what you want does not need to be said, being able to see the difference between ego reactions and helpful points. Just because something is an ego reaction does not mean it's a bad reaction. When someone is mocking you, humiliating, disrespecting you, an ego reaction does not mean that an ego reaction is attacking them because you've been attacked. But when you're saying, I'm not moving in ego, that doesn't mean you lay down and just let them keep abusing you. That ego reaction is to motivate you to distance yourself from that person. You do not need to act on the ego, but your ego is your protection. That's why there's an id, there's an ego, and there's a super ego. Your ego is that, literally, your ego is protection. And modern self-help books, right? Sometimes say, release the ego. No, don't release your ego. Listen to your ego, but don't let it control your reactions. That's the whole point of ego. Your id is protection for your childlike innocence. That is the vessel. You cannot let it take over. Innocence, passion, just impulsivity. You cannot let it take it over, but it is vital that you need that for your happiness. Your ego is your protector. Your super ego is your altruism. I'm not going to get into a Psych 101 class, but my whole point with Khloe is she always misses the point. The point is not to step outside your ego. It's to listen to it, but not let it control your reactions. If somebody is constantly reproaching, and when you stand up for yourself and demand that you be treated equally, and they say, oh, you're just speaking from ego, you need to R-U-N. But I said this once and I'll say it again. Khloe will look for any reason at all to stay with Tristan. And once again, Tristan is starting to give her less and less and less. I hope to God Khloe truly finds somebody to love her and to heal. And I hope to God that person is that she finds the person that is the only person capable of truly making her love herself and heal. And that is her. Kanye said, find God. Khloe, find yourself. Whatever it is about yourself that you feel is lacking or wanting and you don't want to confront, it is never going to be in the arms, legs, anything of anyone else. Run towards yourself. And when you find yourself, embrace yourself. Y'all, listen, I'll keep you posted, but please know that the games are about to begin. We're going to talk about the fact that Khloe is being accused of using Tristan's tragedy for her season 3 storyline. But we're going to have to wait to see for the new seasons of the Kardashians, because honestly, if Tristan shows up, then that means that she had his permission. And if that's the case, I mean, listen, it's weird across everyone's front. Anyway, y'all, listen to your ego. Don't let it control you, and don't be a dum-dum. Y'all, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.